Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. If you don't have a dream, and if I don't have a dream, how are we going to make a dream come true? We can do so much more than we give ourselves credit for. We have an incredible, unlimited resource available to us. In fact, it would shock most people to find out just how much can be achieved in their lifetimes if only they had tried with what was immediately available to them. And that's because most people do not understand how much potential they have. They limit their aspirations to the level at which they know they can achieve. Today I'd like to give you some considerations I encourage you to study and put in place in your life as you begin to set and achieve your goals. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is let yourself dream. A dream is one of the most powerful forces on the planet, and dreaming is often kicked out of us as children. We're told instead, pay attention, eyes forward, and I got to tell you right now, at one point in time, it was only a dream to send a man to the moon. The internet was only a dream. The computer technology we rely on every day, just a dream. You see, dreams are one of the most powerful forces that we know of, and every single major accomplishment started as a dream. There was a leading university in the United States that did a study to evaluate the power of dreams and the necessity of dreams. The participants were attached to brainwave monitoring devices, and the machines would indicate exactly when the patients began dreaming. Now, whenever a person began dreaming, he or she was to be awakened, which would interrupt their thoughts and dreams. Now, the results came as such a shock to the team that was conducting this study that after 7 days, they had to abandon the project because of the serious effects on the participants when they were not allowed to dream. Now, the patients became neurotic. There were signs of deep emotional upset and imbalance due to dream deprivation. Some patients were on the verge of insanity after only 7 days. Now, the experiment was abandoned because the scientists felt the risk was way too high to the participants. Dreaming is essential to mental health. It is even more important to the person who desires more of the good life, because anyone who truly wants to open the world of wealth must become a certified dreamer. Now, I say a certified dreamer, you must allow yourself to dream. You see, when you get those big ideas that you become emotionally involved with, that's when the magic happens. And recognize that you have the power to overcome your obstacles. I call them goal sabotaging hurdles, right? And unless you conquer them, you will never achieve your goals. In fact, you won't even get off the mark until you make some strong decisions about how you're going to react to these deadly hurdles. You need to think about it up front. People often get really charged up about some goal or dream. They start planning and designing things, then they give up because they fear it might fail. Now, that's really sad because every great and noble goal has a failure factor built in. If it didn't, everyone would have already attained that goal. So think about that. And it's so easy to get lost in this trap of goal sabotaging hurdles. Refuse to be stopped. Refuse to abandon your goal just because it looks like it might fail. Don't let anyone convince you to stop when you know inside that you will succeed. And recognize the hurdles that keep you from your goals. As you work towards your goal, understand these goal sabotaging hurdles so that you will recognize them for what they are, mere hurdles, ready to be leapt over as you continue to move down the track towards your defined finish line. You ever wonder how many great ideas were rejected because the originator of that idea did not have the time, the money, or the manpower to bring that idea into fruition? Start building and creating a great life for yourself now. It doesn't matter what you might think is missing. It's all there for you. If you hold the image of your goal in your mind, you will attract everyone and everything you need for the fulfillment of that goal. You are like a magnet. Refuse to concentrate on lack. If your goal is big enough, the money, time, and help will all appear. Remember, the mind is like a Polaroid camera. It sees an image, in this case, the dream image, and produces the physical equivalent. Some call it manifestation. I call it science. It's provable, and it happens over and over again because you can replicate it like that. And you know what? People often give up on a big goal because they know they'll have to stretch. And you know, stretching, for the most part, is uncomfortable, so they abandon the great idea or goal. Now, if you are to win, and win big in life, you will have to learn how to be flexible. You know, everyone has a comfort zone determined by previous conditioning, right? Something happened to us in the past, or we have some weird belief in our head that we're not worthy, or we don't have the ability to achieve something we've set forth for ourselves. I'm going to tell you right now, it's all a bunch of crap. It doesn't matter where you come from, if you were poor, if you were rich growing up, your family was good, your family was bad. That's all in the past and has absolutely no direct indication of what you have the ability to accomplish now or in the future. You're amazing, and no matter what's happened to you, you can change things, you can bring a new life forth for yourself, you can be happy and have what it is that you want. You know, every comfort zone that we live in is determined by previous conditioning. The important thing is to be willing to grow and to change. Because you see, succeeding in life may require you to do things that are uncomfortable. But you know what? Do it anyway. Success is the important thing, not whether you did it your way or not, okay? Get there. That's all that matters. And you know, when Columbus set sail, did he have the whole picture? Think about that now. When you placed a deposit on to buy your first house, did you know exactly where the rest of the down payment would come from? Or that you were going to have the ability to make the payments over the course of the entire loan? You know, most people feel they must reject dreams or goals because they don't have the whole global picture. They aren't sure all the composite parts, so they throw in the towel. And you know, keeping ideas flowing, and you got to give them time to germinate. That's the whole deal, you know. Not everything happens like that. You go outside, plant a seed in the dirt, it takes time before the little shoot comes up out of the ground. That's because things take time. We need to have patience. Plant the seed, wait for the idea to germinate. Ideas in our minds are seeds, just like the seeds we plant in the ground. As we take action, we're working towards fulfilling that seed or idea we have in our mind. But we must take action, and they can't grow if you yank them out of your mind or out of the ground simply because you don't know how the whole thing will pan out. You have to keep moving forward. You know, people fear failure, and I get that, but many also fear success, as we discussed earlier this week in one of my videos. You know, as human beings, our very nature is to be afraid of that which we do not understand, right? But the reason many fear success is due to the fact that they've never experienced it. They don't know what to do with it. Hey, I don't want $1 million in the bank. I don't want to have to deal with all the headaches related to that. I'm going to tell you what, when you get $1 million in the bank, you'll figure it out. I promise. And you know, the reason many fear success is due to the fact that they've never experienced it. I'm going to say that one more time. The reason many fear success is due to the fact that they have never experienced it. You see, you will often hear these people say, money will make you greedy and evil, when in truth, money has nothing to do with it. Poor and rich alike suffer from greed and or evil behavior. Okay? That's the way it works. What money's going to give you is the opportunity and ability to help people. So it's not the fact that you've accomplished a financial goal, it's who you've become while you were accomplishing that goal, and then the action you take with the financial gain that you've received. And you see, make no little plans. They have no magic to stir your blood. They have no magic to get you emotionally involved. But here's the deal. Make big plans, aim high in hope and in work, remembering that a noble and logical diagram will not die. If you have a dream and a picture in your head of something you want to achieve, take action. Do not fear it. It will come forth in the best way possible for you, so you have the type of success that will allow you to live the life you want to live. And people will get you to reject an idea or a goal because there may be something wrong with it. Everybody always finds something wrong with everything, right? So there's something wrong with every wrong, and there's something wrong with every good idea. What's wrong with these folks, Let's keep the goal even with its imperfections. So you don't have the whole solution today. So what? Dr. Robert Schuller said it best when he said, there are no problems, there's only a shortage of ideas. And it's absolutely true. As you move forward, the ideas to overcome the obstacles will come your way because you're dreaming, you're facilitating thought, and in doing so, you're putting yourself in the best position possible to achieve your goals and your dreams. I'm going to tell you right now, nothing, I mean nothing, is impossible. Erase that word from your vocabulary. Thomas Edison was branded as being slow by his teachers. He left school after only 3 months of formal education. He burned down his father's barn and used to sit on eggs to try to make them hatch. He was branded a misfit by society, yet he went on to become one of the greatest inventors of all time, creating over 1,000 inventions, including the electric light, the phonograph, and the movie camera. People are only limited by their own beliefs. They give up because they perceive something is impossible. What was Edison told when he wanted to invent a light bulb? He was told it can't be done, but you know what? He did it anyway. They told Henry Ford that it was impossible to mass produce the automobile, but he did it. They told Alexander Graham Bell that he could not create the telephone, but he did it. While one person is deciding why something will not work, another is making it work. Be the one making it work. And I'll tell you what, never reject an idea, dream, or goal simply because it will be hard work. Success rarely comes without it, The thing is to keep the idea alive long enough to be able to devote energy and enough energy and resources towards the goal to see it come to fruition. Now, the world of welfare and broken dreams is full of people who refuse to advance themselves because they won't work hard. And if you want to move ahead and design the life you want, then just stick with it and keep moving forward, just one step at a time, because you know what? Whether you step forward a foot or an inch, both are progress. And all too often people abandon their goals because of the work it requires at the beginning. Reaching a goal is like pushing a snowball down a hill. You push and push at the start until you make it so big that the snowball starts to roll on its own. And stop for a moment and consider the world of difference between goal setting and goal achieving. Think about this. I think both are necessary, but people rarely understand the vast difference between the two. Now think of it this way. Goal setting is largely an intellectual process of determining the direction of your goals. It involves using your mental faculties to create a picture on the screen of your mind. Now, goal achieving is the process of getting emotionally involved in that idea and moving in the direction of that picture through your actions. And here are some practical action steps you can take today to move the mental picture of your goal into practical form. Or in other words, I'm going to give you a brief course here in manifestation. Now, first off, identify a major goal that is challenging and emotional to you. By that, I mean a goal that you are genuinely excited about. Now, write a date for the attainment of your goal down on a piece of paper, right below your goal itself. And choose a goal that you've never achieved before. To set a goal to lose 20 pounds in 90 days is not a goal if you achieved the same goal in the past, okay? Develop a specific plan for attaining your goal. Make a list of people, organizations, and publications that might assist you in achieving your goal. Begin thinking, feeling, and acting as if you already have the goal in your possession. This is where the real dreaming comes in. Now consider solely how the goal can be reached. Refuse to accept, even for a second, that it cannot be reached. Retreat is not an option. Carry your goal with you on your goal card and read it several times each day. Don't forget about this goal card. This is the most powerful tool you have in your toolbox. It says, I am so happy and grateful now that. Anything you write after the word that in the present tense, you will be able to achieve. Now, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a millionaire, you could put. And then you read that over and over every single chance you get. My goal, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a millionaire. And every single time you stop at a red light, or you're in the restroom, or when you wake up in the morning, or before you go to bed at night, or when you're in the elevator, or when somebody's upset you and you need to step away for a minute, take a deep breath, refocus yourself, get out the goal card. This is the game changer. When you're advertising the idea of success to your mind over and over and over again, it overwrites old behaviors. It overwrites old thinking processes. It changes you into somebody who will be motivated to move forward and achieve the things that you want in your life. And that's perfectly where we want to be, right? So if you could have anything you wanted in your life, what would it be? If you could do anything you wanted or be whatever you wanted, what would you choose? Now, I want you to understand this. You can have, do, or be anything you want. It's a choice, and it's your choice. So begin today. I've just given you a compass. Now it's up to you to stay on course. And if anybody can do it, you can. I believe in you, and I know that you can do this. Set some goals today. Begin to walk down this path with me as you begin to create the life it is you want. Or maybe you want to change something about yourself. It's possible. It's a choice. You just decide, hey, I'm going to change this, and then you move forward in that direction, and guess what happens? Things change. And if you keep it positive, and if it's a positive direction you're moving in, you're going to get positive results that are going to benefit you and make things better. Because you know what? You can do it. You have all the tools right here within you. You got this supercomputer. You've got a heart of hearts. These are the things we need in order to achieve our goals, build our dreams, and move forward with the potential that was given to us by God. And remember, your potential is limitless. You can do it. You can. You can do it. You absolutely can. Yes. Put a smile on your face. Go look in the mirror and tell yourself how wonderful you are, because you know what? You are wonderful and you have incredible things within you the world just can't wait to see. And as you begin to build your dreams and start living your potential, you're going to see it too. And others are going to be mesmerized by the changes. And you know what? It's going to impact them in positive ways. It's going to impact you in positive ways. And you're going to live better days moving forward. Have a beautiful day, friends. I'll be back tomorrow with some more ideas, some more thoughts that'll keep you moving in the right positive direction. I hope you have a beautiful day. Don't forget, I care about you. Take care.